friend. Is it true that when you've had a drink, you have a coffee and it sobers you up?
Well, this is a good one. You're not the only one that thinks that this is a myth. So we decided to find the only person that we could think of to test that on, Shane Crawford.
Step me through the experiment.
OK.
How did we do this?
Yeah, what did you do?
So we took Crawford down to the to the pub, and the whole idea was to get him to a point where his blood alcohol was, you know, just above the legal limit, and then see whether drinking coffee would sober him up. That was the test.
That was
Did you enjoy it, Crawford?
Well, it's a pretty hard job to do. No, it was good. We had the breathalyzer, we obviously had the beers, and we had a good time. Alistair, didn't know him before that, but got a new friend who laughs at all my jokes.
Right.
Unlike you, Mel, you need to learn from him.
I have to start drinking, I think.
You just got to give her a
But,
drink.
yes, well, someone told me that you already knew the answer. So
I hope so.
you threw me, well, he threw me under a bus.
It was fun,
And here
though.
I am, I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to work.
Because we did the test after the coffee, and what happened?
Well, nothing happened.
Exactly.
So you were still the same
Yep.
amount of alcohol in your blood?
0.6.
Yeah.
Yes.
0.0.
Oh, 0.6.
Yeah, you did a perfect job. What we had to do is we're here to educate the audience. Shane, you are part of
You
this
could have told me
team.
before I rocked up.
But everybody knows now that the myth around coffee sobering you up is a myth.
It is a myth.
It makes you feel like you're more sober, didn't it? You're more alert, the caffeine heightens your ability, you start to think it, but you're not. Your blood alcohol is exactly the same. It does not impact.
Moral of the story, does anything sober you up?
Alcohol requires time. So your liver is what metabolises alcohol, breaks it down, so your blood alcohol level goes up. At the same time, your body is trying to break that down, which brings your blood alcohol level down. But that requires time, your liver, you need to be well hydrated and other things. But, you can't accelerate that process.
Oh, I was going to go and buy thyme, the herb. Thyme, the Honda. OK, all right, I get it now.
I can just see you getting pulled over going, but Dr. Rochford said, if I had some time...
I'm a bit of a lightweight, I'll be really honest. So why do some people like me, I'm one glass and I'm silly, why are some people just a lot more susceptible to getting drunk quicker?
Yeah, so it's the concentration of alcohol within your body and all your cells. So it impacts everybody differently based on how fast you metabolise it, what your body's made up of, how much fat you've got, how much water you've got, how much muscle you've got. So we're all different.
And I've changed. I used to be able to drink and I can't drink since menopause. So, that would be all the different changes in that as well.
Hormones play into it, how much you drink. So, yes, if you drink more, you get better at metabolising it. So there's a lot of things that impact it.
Is it true that cheap wine can make you feel worse the next day compared to expensive wine?
Yeah.
Or expensive alcohol?
No. That's a very common myth. No, it doesn't, because how you feel the next day is mainly to do with a toxin. You might have heard about this, acetaldehyde.
No, never heard that word in my life.
You break down alcohol, it creates that. That on top of dehydration, a whole bunch of chemical imbalances. That's what makes you feel not great the next day. Right. But in reality, if you get to the same level of alcohol in your blood, you're going to feel pretty rubbish the next day, whether it's cheap or expensive.
Is hair of the dog a thing?
What? What do you mean hair of the
You
dog?
pop a little something in your coffee and it's meant to...
Oh.
Yeah, some people swear
Asking
by
for a
having
friend.
a drink the next day.
Yeah, so all that does is just delay the hangover.
Right.
So you do feel better for a period of time. It's just because you're delaying the
Bloody Marys are
withdrawal
not
that you go
proper.
through. So no, that doesn't help.
I still love a Bloody Mary. What about greasy food? Why do people crave greasy food the next day?
So the other thing that happens when you drink too much is your blood sugar goes down. So you crave a sort of an energy hit. So greasy foods, high in fat, high in calories.
High in cholesterol.
High in cholesterol.
Anything fried.
Yeah.
You like that? Hash brown,
Yes.
chips, hamburgers.
Yes,
Just anything that's greasy and all over your face.
Which is why those little trucks park outside.
Anyway, welcome to the Health and Wellness Show.
The house of unwellness.
We're talking alcohol and eating crap.
What's everyone's perfect next day hangover meal?
Hot chips with lots of salt. Like greasy, or bacon and eggs.
Leftover pizza.
Oh, yum. Oh, what about a kebab? A kebab.
Bananas are really good. They've got lots of potassium.
I don't want a banana.
Lots of water, electrolytes. What you guys are doing is it make you feel better.
Yeah.
Because it also gives you a dopamine hit. Because that food, it makes you feel good. So the dopamine hit takes away, it sort of kind of, you know, distracts you from the fact that you're feeling ordinary. And that's why those types of meals the next day, we crave them. Because salty, they've got all these calories and they also give you that comfort feeling.